Good morning, Solid Steppers. What's up, Tech the Titans 2.0? This is Miss Ward coming to you. Right now, I'm leaving Dunellen right now, and I'm actually heading over to Tallahassee for services I have tomorrow. And so I was sitting here doing my usual reflection. You know me, always deep in thought of how to be better and how to cut out the fat. So let's get to it, y'all. Give me 1 second. Telling you, they trying to get me. They trying to get me, but it ain't gonna happen. They're trying to stay juiced up. But what I want to talk about is facing the fact that everybody don't want to see you win. If you got a group of people, you're the only one making the calls out to check on everybody, stop calling them. See how long it take them to call you. I think the reality is everybody got life going on. Life is going on regardless. We all got challenges left and right, but pay attention to your circle and who really got your back, who really on the check-in, or who is just tolerating you. Make better decisions, y'all. Y'all got to realize this is the year of no prisoners, meaning I've watched the fluff, I've heard the talk, now I'm looking at the walk. If the walk don't match the talk, I'm not there. And I think that you have to also apply that to yourself. So let's talk about it. How many things and ideas do you have in your head right now? Think about it. How many you got going on? Plenty, right? Yeah, this is Florida, by the way. Yes, Florida does. This is, I'm in the equestrian, one of the equestrian capitals. There are two. There's Wellington down south, right outside of Palm Beach and Lake Worth. And then there's Ocala and Dunellen, which is where I'm at, which is Dunellen. Dunellen and Ocala are juxtaposed. They're right next to each other. And the World Equestrian Center is right here when I come out of this particular area. These are all horse ranches on my right and left, by the way, and the stables and things of that nature. But the World Equestrian Center is right when I come out across the street, and they have so many huge development plans. It is unreal. This is why I'm telling y'all need to know what's going on in your communities, and you need to be buying properties. I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but don't be late to the party. So many people late. I was watching somebody that was talking about getting the land plan, the master plan that's 7 to 10 years out, and seeing where everything's going, and then making sure that you aware so you can buy. That's a whole nother level of strategy. So let's talk about it. When I'm saying that you need to apply that situation to yourself, what I'm saying is how many times have you promised yourself you're going to look out for you, you're going to take care of you, you're going to start this business, or you're going to do better at work, you're going to increase your skill set. Stop lying to yourself. You need to start executing and applying, because that's the only way you're going to get to those levels. And I think what's really interesting is, number one, as you continue to up your skill set and get into rooms with different people from different walks of life, you're going to notice your circle not only change but elevate, which is something I'm a big proponent of. I don't care what you look like. You feel me? Long as you team win, I'm with you. You feel me? And that only happens when you put yourself out there and do those things. And I'm talking to myself because I'm really an introvert. Yeah, I got a YouTube channel, but that's because, I have a call on my life to share and do for others what somebody did for me. Because the reality is a lot of people, I watched them, I applied what they said, and then I tweaked it for me. That's another thing I want to talk about. Why is it y'all want to talk about people's situations as a scam when you didn't do it long enough or didn't try different methods to get the end results that work for you? I can't stand that, but we ain't going to go there today. We just going to focus on us. So, prime example. Everybody talk about, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to do this and that. Let me tell you something. If you change your lifestyle as far as what you intake mentally, spiritually, and physically, you ain't got to worry about losing weight because it's going to naturally come off. When you start putting whole products the way God made them, non-processed products in your life, when you get rid of the sugar and the salt and just go give yourself a 30-day fast off of that stuff, you're going to see the difference. Get rid of the sodas. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer, I'm very holistic, that your body will heal itself with the proper nutrition and the proper care. That means sleep, hydration, and the right things. You got to give your body the right fuel, And that's what I'm talking about. You gotta take the time to say, okay, I say I want more money in my life. I want more stability. I want to learn skill sets I can eat off for 10 to 20 years. There are too many people online telling you how to do this. You got Diamond Dave over there with what I think is one of the best option trading courses, because he don't be selling whiff tickets. He ain't gonna sit there and lie and say, oh, you're gonna make money immediately. That it is a process that you need to understand financials. You need to understand how to look at these reports, and you need to understand how the stock is moving, and you need to understand how to gather data on these companies, do your due diligence, and then make your moves. You also need to get rid of your emotional instability. Most people lose money in the market because they in their feelings. This is business. You need to get out your feelings. I always tell people, they get mad with me when I say business don't have no feelings. It don't. It don't, because business gonna keep doing business with or without you. Now it might go to hell in a handbasket because it has no direction, but either way it's gonna drag your ass with it. So if you know, like I know, get on your game in every way possible. I don't know what else to tell you. If there are skills you don't have in my industry, I'm always telling people about lock ring, seal systems. Stop running away, and please learn how to read some schematics. See, some people sit here and lie to you and say you can get away with pattern recognition. Oh, all it takes is you throwing parts at something and still sitting on the job for 3 to 4 hours, and having to go back 5 times because you slow. Because you rather beat your head against the wall. I mean, I'm telling you, I know, because I've been there. You don't call 1,200 people, they gave you 1,200 answers, maybe 2,400 answers, because they're not with you. They're not in the scenario, and their experience is telling them one thing: you are with the product. Same thing if you're gonna get into IT and these other areas. Man, there are plenty of businesses you can start and make a lot of money, but you got to be willing to do what it takes. Most people don't want to deal with the upfront costs. They don't want to pay a mentor. If you know, like I know, pay a verified mentor or someone who can really coach you through it. And pay a mentor that you don't like. I'm going to tell you that. And when I say you don't like, it's a lot of people that I coach, they be like, my God, really, Miss Ward? But the point is I'm going to give it to you raw, because if you get out there and you get your head knocked off, I feel responsible if I didn't coach you through it. I mean, I got guys that have bought whole companies. I coached them through those processes. And every damn thing that they ran into, I forewarned them about it, because they had a real, they had all figured it out. They're very strategic. They thought they knew. Let me tell you something. The service industry is one of them industries where you know nothing, because you go into the industry with certain variables in place. And those variables are in place because you can't predict them. If you don't hire properly, you're going to pay a price. If you don't manage properly, you're going to pay a price. If you don't have checks and balances in places, you're going to pay a price. If you don't take care of your customers, it's going to come back and haunt you on a whole nother level. And when you deal with employees who don't care nothing about your business because they don't care nothing about their own life, people show you patterns. Recognize the patterns and make the best decision. Get out your feelings. Stop giving people jobs because you feel sorry for them, and then they say it's screw you because they like jacked up. I'm telling you, how many people in the comments, like, share, and subscribe? In the comments, put down how many people done stuck their head out for family and friends and got screwed and still doing it. Come on, man. I need you to get it together. Everything is not for you. Everything is not about you. It's about that business. And you got to decide, what tools do I need? What do I need to, like right now, I got another venture popping off, and I got to do something that I really don't want to do, which is debt. And I'm just weighing it because I'm dragging. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm dragging about it because I'm going to have to put a significant amount of money into a situation. And then I got to, in my brain, I'm thinking, how do I structure this? How do I plan it out so that I can prepare for what's coming? And it's one of them situations where I got to deal with things that I'm not comfortable with. Like, I'm not a fan of firearms and things, but to do this kind of business, you got to be packing. It's like a whole situation, and you got to be confident, and you got to keep your head on the swivel. It's extremely lucrative, but it's lucrative because it's it could be volatile if you don't move properly and you don't do your leg work, but it's very profitable. People make anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 a day. And but you got to realize when you see them kind of numbers, you better believe there's a price you got to pay up front to get in. There's a structure you got to have up front to get in. And I'm telling you, but there's plenty to be made. Plenty to be made. You got to decide what you want to do, you know? And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. You can't keep making promises to yourself and breaking them. That's not how we're moving. How many times have you made that promise to yourself and you still ain't doing it? And we only, what, 5 days into the new year? And y'all already done messed up the resolutions? Come on, man. Only person you owe explanation to is yourself. And you owe it to yourself to be the best and have the best. But the only way you're going to do it is get out here and get it. Like right now, I'm in Florida. It's 49 degrees. You know everybody in Florida is in the house screaming it's too damn cold. Not me. I got to get out here. I know that because it's cold, ain't nobody going to be on these highways. I'm like, let me make my moves now. And that's exactly how I move. Everything else is irrelevant, man. And once you understand that, you make the choices accordingly. So think about all those promises you made yourself. You feel me? And don't be calling folks that ain't calling you. Please, in 2025, do not be a doormat for these people they only call you when they need something. It's plenty of them. And not all of them are related to you. You know what I'm talking about. Own the fact. Learn how to roll solo and get real clear. You should not, God dang it. See, this is what I get. Y'all know I sat here and said ain't nobody on the road. Well, what time is it? It's like 8 o'clock. They all out here. Man, I knew I should have left a couple hours earlier. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. 75 South. And then, like I said, I'm going to repeat this one more time. Do not call people that are not calling you. If they were concerned, they would reach out. That lets you know they don't give a damn about you. You are not a priority. Everything else is more important than you until they need something. So with that said, remember, put you first, like, share, and subscribe, and stop being a punk. Don't be no doormat in 2025, y'all. I'm warning you. Don't let it happen. Don't fall for the setup. Miss Ward is signing off.